Hey friends, welcome to English Podcast for Listening and Speaking. Quick question, how do you describe your culture without sounding like a textbook? Where would you start? Food, festivals, family stories, or everyday greetings?
Strong hook. I'd start with one living scene: street smells, familiar greetings, colors on clothing. Then ask, what's a typical custom newcomers should know, and why that detail matters to daily life?
Picture this: my grandmother's kitchen at sunrise. Sesame oil warms, rice steams, windows fog. We bow softly, which is our way to say, I'm grateful you're here.
Beautiful. Notice how your bow, which signals respect, sits inside the picture. You're explaining significance because listeners might miss meaning if it's only visual flavor without reason.
Exactly. When I say we bow, I add, we do it because gratitude lives in our bodies, so the day begins calm. That because and so connect the feeling and action.
And the scene stays small. No country-size lecture, just one doorway into identity. I believe beginners should choose a table, a greeting, or a market corner as their first doorway.
Let's acknowledge nerves. Sometimes I freeze and think, my story sounds ordinary. But ordinary moments like washing fruit for guests carry heritage, which is the heartbeat of home.
Agree. Ordinary is vibrant when you highlight symbolism. For instance, washing fruit can mean cleansing travel dust, so visitors feel renewed. That tiny explanation turns chores into ceremony.
Friends, quick invite: if you're enjoying this quest for warmer storytelling, please like, share, and subscribe. Comments shape new episodes. What's one custom you're proud to share below?
I'm curious too. Which detail feels hard to explain in English? Smells, textures, quiet rules, humor? Tell us the sticking point. We'll craft phrases that carry your meaning without heavy grammar.
Let's model the structure. Scene first, then significance. I'll try one about shoes. We leave shoes at the door, which protects floors and shows care to the people resting inside.
Great. Add a because clause to ground it. You could say, we leave shoes outside because home is a clean sanctuary. So guests relax immediately, and conversation softens.
Hear how sanctuary paints emotion. Even listeners unfamiliar with our etiquette can feel why it matters. They'll remember sanctuary longer than a long rule list nobody wants to memorize.
Now, micro role play. I'll ask you natural questions a newcomer might ask. You respond with clear, friendly detail. We'll keep turns short and musical like real life, not a textbook lecture.
Ready. My palms are doing that nervous flutter, ha, which means the story matters. Okay, let's play. Ask me about a family tradition that appears ordinary but hides meaning.
What's a typical morning ritual in your home? And why is it important? Describe it like I'm standing quietly in the doorway, not sure where to step first.
We brew tea before talking, which gives our voices time to wake. The first cup goes to elders because gratitude starts at the top, so the rest of us feel guided.
Love that. Let me paraphrase for clarity. In your family, tea arrives before conversation, which sets a calm pace. Elders sip first, because honoring age brings harmony to younger voices.
Yes, and harmony matters because our family debates get lively. When elders begin, the tone stays respectful. Even disagreements sound like learning, which keeps relationships strong after hard topics.
That paraphrase move, let me restate what I heard, builds trust. I think learners should practice it, saying, so you mean, invites correction gently and shows you're listening with genuine curiosity.
Let's switch scenes. Marketplace at noon, vendors calling, metal ladles clanging. Our bargaining style is playful, which surprises newcomers. We laugh while negotiating because relationships matter more than winning a price.
Nice comparative language, too. Playful bargaining is softer than aggressive haggling. Softer than tells listeners how it feels. Comparing styles without judging keeps bridges open between different etiquette worlds.
Try this question frame, friends. What's a typical custom around money talk here, and how do people usually keep it friendly? That's respectful curiosity with a built-in safety rail.
Introduce identity gently. You might say, I'm from a culture where prices are fixed, so I'm learning the dance. Could you explain a polite opening line for asking a discount?
See the dance metaphor. Metaphors carry heritage across languages because they feel physical. Dance, bridge, doorway. Your answer becomes memorable because the body understands before grammar catches up.
Let's teach relative clauses in motion. Instead of, our lantern festival honors ancestors, Try. Our Lantern Festival, which honors ancestors, lights the river at sunset. The witch clause delivers meaning without stopping the story.
Exactly. And watch this blend of because and which. We carry lanterns because darkness gathers early, which makes the warm glow feel like family hands guiding us home through autumn.
Powerful. Listeners experience time and feeling. You're not listing vocabulary. You're inviting them into seasonal memory. That's the difference between facts and living heritage people can sense immediately.
Another micro role play. You ask about greetings. I'll answer with a scene, significance, and one friendly phrase learners could borrow tonight at a community event. Ready when you are.
What's a typical greeting in your community, and where should newcomers place their hands? I want to be respectful, but I don't want to overthink every tiny movement.
We place the right hand over the heart, which says, I'm here sincerely. We bow slightly, because humility opens conversation, so both sides relax and trust appears sooner.
And a borrowable phrase could be, thank you for welcoming me. I'm still learning our customs, so please correct me kindly. That sentence invites guidance without dumping emotional work on hosts.
Friends, another audience prompt. When does your family host guests, and what's the first thing you offer? Tea, water, fruit, jokes. Share your one-liners. We'll highlight a few in the next episode.
Notice Emily's questions what and when. Simple present frames general truths. No timelines, no formulas, just everyday patterns. We offer fruit first, we greet at the gate, we sit near windows.
Okay, quick confidence tip. Breathe, picture one room, then tell me what happens there every time. If the sentence feels long, break it. Scene, meaning, small reason. Done.
For learners who've moved abroad, present perfect helps life story roots. Say, I've celebrated harvest dances since childhood, so drum rhythms feel like heartbeat. That experience verb carries time without dates.
Yes. And if you're teaching outsiders, you could add, our harvest dance is older than any building in town, which reminds us community survives change. That's a comforting comparative.
I think newcomers should practice soft opinion starters. Try, in my experience, this custom keeps neighbors close. We could say it's our social glue. Gentle opinions invite conversation, not debate.
We've talked kitchen, market, greeting. Let's stitch them together. Heritage flows across rooms. When your explanations connect, identity feels coherent. Listeners trust you because everything belongs to the same heartbeat.
Before we glide forward, quick reminder, like, share, and comment your proud custom. Subscribing tells platforms to introduce this learning circle to more voices. More voices mean richer, kinder vocabulary.
Coming up, we'll paint pictures of food, clothing, and daily etiquette you can describe tonight. Spices, fabrics, gestures. I'm excited already. Grab a pen or whisper notes into your phone.
And as we transition, carry this frame with you. Scene, significance, reason. Culture travels best in small, generous packets. We'll open more of those packets together in the next stretch.
All right, let's step from that doorway into the kitchen and street. Food, fabrics, and tiny manners carry culture louder than speeches. How do we describe them without sounding like museum labels?
Start with senses. I think learners should smell verbs and taste adjectives. Instead of noodles, say springy noodles in peppery broth, which wakes your tongue faster than morning coffee.
Oh yes, springy feels playful. Now watch symbolism sneak in gently. Our festival soup uses round dumplings, which symbolize family circles, so reunion feels delicious before any toast begins.
Listeners, compare textures kindly. You could say, this stew is thicker than our weekday soup, so it feels comforting after long prayers. Thicker than signals change without fancy grammar charts.
Clothing next. Our wedding scarf is crimson, which many families believe invites joy. The embroidery is handcrafted, so every stitch looks like a whispered blessing from patient aunties.
Beautiful image. For everyday outfits, try practical comparisons. Our city dress is lighter than village wear because summers are humid, so people choose breathable cotton to stay polite and unsweaty.
Haha, unsweaty is real. Etiquette loves comfort. When we remove shoes at the door, floors stay clean, which makes sitting on woven mats more comfortable than chairs after long workdays.
Quick question frame for you. Audience, what greeting tip should visitors remember in your culture, and why? Share one sentence. We'll turn your tips into a friendly global cheat sheet.
And food lovers, which dish represents your heritage and why? Give us color, smell, and occasion. Comments become a cookbook of identity, which we'll read like postcards from your kitchens.
Micro roleplay time. We'll order traditional food while explaining a detail to a curious friend. Ambient market murmurs in the background, but our words stay simple and welcoming. Ready to serve?
Ready. I'll play the local. You're visiting and slightly shy. You'll ask soft questions. I'll explain with because and a little, which clause so meaning sticks without heavy lectures.
Excuse me, what's a good place to try real home-style stew near here? Nothing too fancy. I just want something locals actually eat after work.
That corner stall is perfect. Their stew simmers slowly, which deepens the flavor. We eat it on rainy evenings because warmth gathers family, so conversations stretch longer than usual.
Sounds cozy. Could you recommend one topping that people usually add and when to add it? I don't want to drown the flavor or break a quiet rule.
Sprinkle the green garlic last, which keeps the crunch. If you add it too early, it softens sadly. Wait until steam kisses your face, then stir gently, because patience protects flavor.
Great. Here's a friendly borrowable line. Listeners, could you explain how locals season this? I want to enjoy it properly. That sentence respects skill while inviting a tiny demonstration.
Etiquette flows beyond plates. Watch body language. We pass bowls with two hands because steadiness shows care, so the person receiving feels valued, not rushed. Two hands look beautiful too.
And greetings. Smile with your eyes when masks hide mouths. I believe that soft eye, smiles, which crinkle kindly, travel across languages faster than perfect grammar drilled without warmth.
Spacing matters. At temple fairs, we step slightly back during blessings, which gives elders room. A small backward shuffle is more respectful than leaning forward impatiently for photos.
Turn to clothing symbolism. Our mourning cloth is plain and humble, which helps grief speak without loud patterns. It's more solemn than everyday wear, so community recognizes space for sorrow.
Meanwhile, the harvest sash is vibrant, which celebrates survival. It's brighter than spring scarves, so fields look like a moving painting when dancers sway at sunset. Goosebumps every year.
Pronunciation nudge without drills. Say vibrant like VY Brunt, not VY Brilliant. Gentle tips keep confidence high. Listeners can self-correct while smiling, which preserves rhythm in conversation.
Table manners micro role play. You're my guest. I'll teach one quiet rule as we eat. No scolding tone, just caring clarity. Okay, music softens, chopsticks clink, soup breathes.
Thanks for hosting. How do people usually begin here? Do we toast, or simply start eating? I want to match the pace without turning dinner into a ceremony.
We lift bowls slightly before sipping, which says, I honor the cook. No loud toast tonight because it's a weekday. We keep voices gentle so neighbors feel peaceful too.
That gentle pacing template, weekday quiet, weekend louder, helps memory. Learners, compare occasions. Weekdays are calmer than festivals. Calmer than is a simple tool for shaping expectations without rules overload.
Sometimes visitors worry about spice levels. You could ask, is this milder than the market version? If yes, breathe easy. If not, a friendly smile buys water faster than dramatic coughing.
Yes, avoid coughing theater. Also, request adjustments politely. You might say, could we make it slightly less spicy? I'm building my endurance. That line respects tradition while caring for your tongue.
Clothing micro tip for temple visits. Cover shoulders because modesty opens doors, so volunteer guides smile wider. You'll feel the difference. Respect is the most universal key in any city.
And shoes. Some shrines allow socks, which keeps floors pristine. It's cleaner than bare feet in crowded seasons. Carry a small pair if you worry, and your future self will cheer.
Shift to daily etiquette. Punctuality beats style at community meetings. Arriving 5 minutes early is better than arriving dazzling but late. Early signals commitment, which committees secretly adore.
Tone again. When you're unsure, hedge kindly. Try, in my experience, people cue loosely here, so I stand back and ask, whose turn is next? Questions rescue order without policing.
For learners balancing humility and confidence, say, I'm still learning our etiquette, so please guide me. That so invites help. People love helping when the request feels dignified, not needy.
Menu language, whole foods versus snacks. Say, the market breakfast is heartier than the cafe pastry. A heartier than comparison prepares your stomach and respects tradition without nutritional lectures.
Clothing, fabrics, linen breathes better than polyester in humidity, so we wear linen to night markets. Your vocabulary should breathe too. Choose words with texture: crisp, buttery, smoky, velvety, earthy.
Greetings, micro roleplay. We're at a community center. I'll model a gentle opener that invites guidance. You respond with a small correction and encouragement. Listeners, borrow freely.
Breathe. I'm picturing bulletin boards and warm lights. Okay, step in. Your shoes squeak. My turn to smile. You speak first. Softly curious, not salesman strong.
Hello, I'm new here. What's a good place to sign up for language exchanges, and when do regulars usually arrive? I don't want to interrupt any ongoing classes.
Welcome. Sign-ups are by that blue door, which posts weekly schedules. Regulars arrive earlier than posted time because they like warm-up chats. Come 10 minutes before, and you'll meet everyone.
Notice 2 question frames. What's a good place? And when do regulars usually? Those shapes are friendly sponges. They soak up local knowledge without sounding demanding or awkwardly formal.
Audience check-in: what opener sounds natural in your town? Share one sentence we can all borrow. Also, which clothing or greeting detail surprises visitors most? Explain kindly so misunderstandings shrink.
Etiquette pitfalls. Avoid over-complimenting personal looks at first meetings. It's safer to admire craftsmanship. This embroidery looks incredibly detailed. Who taught you? Skill praise travels better than body comments.
And remember, hosts vary. Some families speak louder than cafes. Don't label warmth as rudeness. You might say, I love this energy, should I speak up, or keep my voice softer?
Last food moment. Street sweets wrapped in banana leaves are softer than bakery cakes, which crumble quickly. Unwrap gently and savor slowly. Ceremony can be tiny and still feel sacred.
As we glide forward, hold this toolkit: sensory adjectives, small comparisons, because for reasons, which for meaning, your story breathes when flavors explain values instead of just filling plates.
Next, we'll widen the lens: festivals, rituals, and the stories we carry. Time markers, invitations, and gentle expectations. Bring one family memory to the front of your mind for Section 3.
Festivals carry heartbeat memories. When drums start, I feel taller. In our city, lanterns float at dusk, which honors ancestors, so families whisper names together and breathe a gentle gratitude.
That image lands. As a general truth, festivals organize community around time. People gather when seasons change because shared rhythm steadies life, so calendars become stories you can literally walk through.
I've joined harvest rituals since childhood, and every year I still get goosebumps. The first rice bowl is lifted, which symbolizes survival, so even teenagers go quiet for one precious minute.
For learners, name the time clearly. Say, every spring we paint doorframes, which invites luck. Simple present keeps custom steady. Present perfect shows your experience. I've helped neighbors paint since moving back.
Values reveal themselves through tiny steps. Our candle lighting looks delicate, yet wax stains prove effort. You could say, candles are smaller than bonfires but more intimate, so conversations deepen easily.
Invitations matter. Don't just list events, offer a door. I believe listeners could say, you're welcome to join our river parade if you're free, no pressure if your schedule's tight.
Yes, softness is power. Compare kindly. Our winter festival is quieter than the summer carnival, so elders attend comfortably. Meanwhile, teenagers still dance, which keeps the bridge between generations alive.
Micro roleplay time. I'll play a newcomer at your office. You invite me to a moon ceremony. We'll model timing, dress, and behavior without sounding like rule sheriffs, okay?
Okay, imagine hallway chatter fading. I stand with a thermos and a smile. You look curious but hesitant. I'll start warm and specific, then pause for your questions.
I'm new in town. I keep hearing about a moon ceremony. How do people usually join without feeling clumsy on the first try?
We meet Saturday at the hilltop, just before sunset, which gives the sky time to blush. Bring a light scarf because winds tease. Arrivals earlier than sunset help everyone settle.
Dress code-wise, are jeans okay, Or should I wear something more formal than everyday office clothes? I don't want to underdress and distract from the mood.
Jeans are fine, but choose darker colors which feel calmer. Avoid big logos. We sit on mats, so comfortable shoes matter. If you're unsure, ask the welcome team gently at the gate.
What about behavior? Do people usually chant or just listen? I'd rather observe first and join when it feels respectful.
Listen for the first two songs, then join the call and response, which repeats simple lines. It's softer than a concert, more like breathing together. If emotions rise, take a quiet step back.
Perfect. That sequence time, clothing, behavior turns mystery into manageable steps. Learners, borrow those question frames. How do people usually? Are jeans okay? Do we, typically?
Festivals also carry stories. Our lantern parade, which honors sailors, began after a storm century ago. Every boatlight says, "We remember." Storytelling makes rituals glow brighter than fireworks.
I've attended midsummer bonfires by the coast. People jump tiny flames because courage feels contagious. Language tip use because for reasons, so for results. The rhythm keeps listeners oriented without diagrams.
Values differ, yet overlap. Some parades are louder than ours, but kindness sounds the same. Offer bridges. In your town, what tradition makes you feel most connected? Drop a memory below.
And a second question for comments. How has your celebration changed over time? I'm curious whether modern schedules make festivals shorter than before, or maybe more inclusive than earlier years.
Logistics help listeners imagine, say when the festival starts, where the first gathering point is, and who leads. Titles like host or coordinator guide newcomers more clearly than poetic metaphors alone.
Also, mention sound levels. A dawn ceremony is quieter than street carnivals, so choose language accordingly. You might say, "We speak gently until the sun clears rooftops." Then music rises.
Some customs involve offerings. Explain purpose kindly. We place fruit at the altar because sweetness symbolizes good fortune, so children carry oranges proudly. Their steps sound like cheerful drums.
Food during festivals isn't random. I believe signature dishes carry history. You could say, "This sesame pastry, which my grandmother learned during wartime scarcity, tastes humble but determined."
Travel learners? Ask permission before photographing people. Try, "May I take a photo?" Or would you prefer "not today?" That or gives dignity, which travels further than a perfect lens.
Timing words anchor everything. Every year, on the first full moon, our community gathers by the river. After prayers, we share tea. Later, musicians play. Sequencing paints motion without confusion.
I've noticed comparisons calm nerves. Tell guests, the temple queue moves slower than the ticket line, so bring patience. No one feels trapped when expectations arrive before the wait.
Let's model a short invitation text. I'll write it aloud. You tweak tone. Learners, hear how friendly economy works. Few words, clear meaning, warm door open.
Go ahead, keep it human. Emojis optional, but kindness mandatory. We'll keep verbs simple and polite.
Hey, a few of us meet at Riverside Park Saturday at 6 for the lantern walk. You're welcome to join if free. Bring a scarf. Totally fine if not.
Lovely. Add one purpose line which deepens meaning. Maybe it's a remembrance evening, so the pace is slow and reflective. That prepares hearts more than "see you there!" fireworks.
Music and rituals intertwine. Drummers might start softer than recorded tracks because acoustic rhythms respond to walking. Listen, then mirror. Language mirrors too. Repeat the host's phrases gently.
When explaining taboos, use empathy. Instead of "don't do that," say, "We usually avoid stepping over prayer mats because footprints feel disrespectful." That because protects feelings without scolding strangers.
Sometimes schedules clash. Decline graciously. You might say, "Thank you for inviting me. I'd love to join another time. My family observes a different rite tonight." Warm, clear, no guilt confetti.
And when guests over-ask, redirect kindly. You could say, "Some parts are private, which helps us keep focus. We'll share the public parts happily." Boundaries can smile too.
Transportation tip woven in. Festivals often end later than buses run, so check routes. Asking, "How do people usually get home after the last song?" prevents stranded epics at midnight.
If crowds feel overwhelming, anchor with one task. Hold a lantern, pour tea, greet at the gate. Doing one simple job is easier than mingling aimlessly, which drains energy quickly.
Language of inclusion matters. Say, everyone is welcome, and quiet participation counts. Some newcomers listen more than they speak. That's still connection. Silence can be generous.
Children learn by doing. Give them roles smaller than adult tasks, but more meaningful than standing still. A small drumbeat guides tiny feet. They remember rhythm longer than words.
Final micro roleplay post-festival debrief. I'll be the newcomer sending a thank you. You reply with a gentle follow-up that invites a second connection without pressure.
Okay, the lantern smoke has faded. Phones buzz softly. Gratitude travels first. Go ahead.
Thank you for tonight. I learned a lot and felt peaceful. The river glow was unforgettable. If it's okay, I'd love recommendations for reading about the ceremony's history.
I'm glad you came. The community archive, which the librarian curates, has a short booklet. I can bring a copy next week. If you're free, tea afterwards could be nice.
That two-step thank, reference, gentle invite turns a single event into a thread. Practice it after any ritual. Friendships grow slower than fireworks but last longer than smoke.
Listeners, breathe. Imagine your own calendar. Which tradition would you invite a stranger to, and how would you explain the first 5 minutes? Tell us, so your festival gains new listeners.
Next, we'll talk respectful comparisons and bridge building, how to notice differences without turning them into scoreboards. Words can connect tables wider than any banquet hall if chosen thoughtfully.
Stepping from festivals into everyday bridges, I'm thinking about comparisons. Oh wow, they can unite or divide. How do we notice differences without sounding like judges with scorecards?
I think hedging helps. Say, in my experience, rather than always, use might, could, and seems. Softer verbs protect dignity, which is more important than winning conversational points.
Okay, try this tone. Our greeting is more formal than handshakes, yet friends still giggle. We bow slightly because respect anchors relationships, so newcomers feel welcomed instead of measured.
Lovely. You compared without ranking. Also, add similarities. You might say, both greetings show care, though the shapes differ. Similarity first opens doors wider than difference, first declarative announcements.
Gentle language travels. Phrases like it feels, it appears, or we tend to keep conversations flexible. Flexibility is kinder than certainty when cultures meet over crowded tables.
Let's micro-roleplay a cross-cultural dinner. I'm invited to your family table. There's a dish I don't eat. We'll model how to decline politely while honoring effort and tradition.
Scene set. The table is vibrant. Aunties are passing plates like rhythmic waves. You're grateful but cautious. Breathe, smile, ask a clarifying question before answering. Curiosity softens refusal beautifully.
This stew looks handcrafted. Could you explain the main ingredients? I want to appreciate the flavors before serving myself, and I'm checking for anything I should avoid tonight.
Thank you for asking. It's slow-cooked beef with herbs. It symbolizes strength, which we honor after harvest. If you prefer something lighter, the mushroom dish is gentler and vegetarian.
That helps. I appreciate the meaning. I don't eat beef, but the mushrooms sound perfect. Could I try a small portion first, then add more if it suits me?
Perfect. No drama, no lectures. You named appreciation, then preference, then an alternative. That sequence is friendlier than sharp refusals. Everyone saves face, and the conversation keeps breathing.
Learners, steal those frames. Could you explain? I appreciate. I prefer. Could I try? Soft modals like could and would respect hosts more than blunt will or won't.
Another bridge move is translating symbolism. Our first cup of tea, which we offer before dessert, represents gratitude. I think explaining why rituals exist invites understanding faster than rules alone.
Comparisons can still be helpful. You might say, our family dinners are earlier than city restaurants, so conversation lingers. Inviting people earlier prevents awkward late arrivals that crash delicate rhythms.
Sometimes the question is when. Ask, when do people usually arrive for birthdays? Earlier crowds might be quieter than late-night circles. Knowing timing protects energy and shows thoughtful participation.
I believe humor helps. Lightly, gentle smiles beat sarcasm. Say, I'm learning chopstick coordination. My fork skills are older than my chopstick skills, so please forgive any noodle gymnastics tonight.
Ha, noodle gymnastics is friendly. Small self-deprecation relaxes hosts. However, avoid mocking the custom. We laugh at ourselves, not at ceremonies, which keep families stitched together.
Cultural etiquette includes space. If lines feel long, compare kindly. Our queue is slower than airport security, yet neighbors chat. Meaning grows, so waiting feels communal instead of bureaucratic.
In multicultural teams, bridge with function words, because and so are powerful. We cover heads because humility matters, so photos happen outside. Reasoning beats mysterious no entries.
Let's roleplay a restaurant ordering moment. You'll guide me to order respectfully without overclaiming cultural authority. We'll keep lines short and friendly like street conversation at lunchtime.
Happy to. The waiter approaches. You look curious. I'll suggest phrasing that shows openness. Then you order with one tasteful question about spice levels and customary sides.
What's a typical dish locals recommend for first-timers? I'm excited to taste something authentic. And I'd appreciate a version milder than the festival chili I bravely survived yesterday.
Great ask. The fish curry is vibrant but balanced. It's milder than street stall versions. It usually comes with pickled greens, which cut richness. Would you like rice or flatbread?
Flatbread, please. And could you recommend a sauce people usually add? I'd love to follow local rhythm rather than designing my own foreign remix on the first try.
Add tamarind. Its sourness is gentler than vinegar and more playful than lemon. If it feels intense, mix with yogurt. That blend is common and keeps flavors steady.
Beyond food, bridge beliefs. Instead of saying your way is strange, try. Your practice seems different from mine. Could you share the story behind it? Stories carry respect like sturdy baskets.
Comparisons help map meaning. Our morning rituals are longer than some, yet quieter. I believe silence protects grief, so neighbors bring soup rather than speeches. Understanding motiva reduces misunderstanding spirals.
Group dynamics differ. Some cities network through clubs, while villages prefer porch steps. Listeners, which gathering style surprises outsiders in your hometown, and why? Drop a quick note. Teach us gently.
Second audience question: what's a polite way to decline food where you live? I'm collecting phrases that protect feelings. Maybe yours will help shy travelers breathe easier next weekend.
Another bridge. Name limits kindly. Say, I don't drink alcohol, but I'd love a fruit soda. Positive alternative beats stark refusal. Your yes to something keeps conversations moving.
When comparing holidays, avoid scoreboards. Instead of ours is bigger, try ours is older than the stadium parade but more intimate. Intimacy invites stories. Size invites contests nobody needs.
Travelers carry pocket phrases. In my experience, I might be wrong it seems. Could we? Would you mind? Hedging is not weakness. It's cultural seatbelts during conversational curves.
Inclusive invitations matter. You're welcome to join our morning prayer if you're comfortable. Totally fine if you'd rather meet afterward for breakfast. Freedom inside invitations builds trust faster than promises.
Sometimes people misstep. Repair quickly. I'm sorry I interrupted your blessing. I didn't understand the pause. Thank you for explaining. Apologies shorter than excuses, heal faster than debates.
Respect also means curiosity about names. Ask, how do I pronounce your grandmother's name? Honoring names is more meaningful than perfect grammar, which can be corrected later with a smile.
When gifts are expected, clarify ranges. You could say, a small handmade item is more appreciated than expensive electronics. Guidelines prevent anxiety tornadoes and protect community values.
Here's a comparative that invites nuance. Our street market is livelier than malls, yet pricing can be gentler if you greet vendors. Relationships are often cheaper than discounts, which delights everyone.
Final micro roleplay negotiating alternatives at a community dinner for dietary needs. I'll request a tweak. You'll show how hosts can adapt without losing face or flavor.
Sounds good. Plates clatter softly. You glance at the stew, then at the salad. Your turn asks kindly. Mine replies with options, and a reassuring tone thicker than gravy.
The stew looks delicious, but I avoid dairy. Could we try a portion without cream, or is there a side dish people usually choose when skipping this ingredient?
Easy fix. We serve a broth version for elders, which is lighter than the creamy pot. I'll bring that and extra greens. Thank you for telling me early and kindly.
Adaptation achieved. See how might and could rescue the moment. Bridges get built with patient planks, not dramatic leaps. Language supplies the nails small, consistent, sturdy.
As we slide toward crafting your culture story, remember this: comparisons should feel like maps, not verdicts. Maps help travelers choose paths without declaring mountains superior to valleys.
Right, and every map needs a legend. Legend words include seems, usually, often, might, gentler, quieter, brighter. They color differences without painting targets. That's how friendships survive strong opinions.
Take a breath. Think of one custom you'd compare gently to a global habit. How would you phrase it without judgment? Write that sentence in the comments and teach the room.
Next, we'll shape a reusable story frame you can carry everywhere: scene, significance, invitation, so your heritage travels light but lands deeply. Keep your examples ready. Your voice is the bridge.
Okay, friends, deep breath. We're crafting your culture story. 3 steps: simple and warm scene, significance, invitation. Speak like you're offering tea, not defending a museum.
I love the tea image. Scene first means one living picture. Sounds, colors, gestures. Significance explains why it matters. Invitation opens a door without pressure or obligation.
Let's model quickly. Scene: our kitchen at dusk, garlic sizzling, cousins laughing, grandma humming. Significance: food connects generations because recipes remember. Invitation: join us Sunday if you're curious and free.
Clean, vivid, welcoming. Notice because links action to meaning, and if you're free, protects boundaries. You could add a relative clause for flavor, which gently fills out detail.
Yes, grandma's hum tune, which echoes a harvest song, keeps time for stirring. Meaning grows inside music. All right, your turn to model. Keep it grounded and friendly.
Scene: riverbank lanterns swaying, children chalking fish on stones, elders tying ribbons. Significance: light remembers people we miss. So silence belongs. Invitation: walk with us tomorrow or meet afterward for soup.
Oh wow, that's tender. You held sacred space without heavy lectures. Listeners, which moment from your home feels like that? Write a sentence below and inspire the room.
Many learners worry about sounding stiff. Here's a flexible starter. In my neighborhood, we usually. Because. So. Swap verbs. Add one sensory detail. The pattern disappears inside natural speech.
Grammar sneaks in kindly. Present simple handles general truths. Present perfect quietly carries lived experience. I've celebrated lantern nights since childhood, so I guide newcomers who whisper nervous questions.
Include comparatives when helpful. Our spring parade is quieter than the city's summer carnival, yet more reflective. Gentle contrasts help visitors choose vibes without turning festivals into competitions.
Mini story time. Version 1 from me: scene: my mother's hands shaping dumplings, steam fogging the window. Significance: sharing dough teaches patience and play. Invitation: come early Saturday, we'll fold, chat, and taste.
My first mini-story scene: train platform, chai stall clinking glasses, cardamom floating. Significance: chai breaks turn strangers into neighbors because warmth travels faster than names. Invitation: join our 5-minute platform pause tomorrow.
Second from me: scene: New Year doorways painted gold, aunties tying red threads. Significance: threads symbolize protection, which calms kids and adults. Invitation: if threads feel unfamiliar, watch first, then choose your moment.
Second from me: scene: football pitch at sunset, community whistles, shared oranges. Significance: play levels, status, so newcomers relax. Invitation: bring sneakers, Thursday, or cheer with elders swapping nostalgic commentary.
Did you hear the balance? Every invitation included freedom. You're welcome if you're comfortable, totally fine if timing's tricky. Hospitality without pressure keeps trust breathing.
Now a micro roleplay to shape your own. I'll play a learner drafting a story. You'll coach me to sharpen scene, clarify significance, and soften the invitation respectfully.
Go for it. Imagine we're in a co-working lounge. You've written a draft on your phone. Read it, then we'll tweak words until it flows like conversation.
Draft: my family hosts a harvest dinner. People arrive at 7. There is traditional music. We eat and talk. You can join if you want to.
Okay, let's warm it. Scene: swap generic words for living details. Maybe candles flicker against copper bowls. Fiddles warming up. Significance: why harvest matters. Invitation: gentle timing plus options for shy guests.
Revised: candles flicker against copper bowls while fiddles tune softly. We honor growers because gratitude tastes better shared, so stories spill easily. Join us around 7, or drop by for dessert.
Yes, that sings. You used because and so. Dessert option protects introverts. Listeners, try your revision below. What tiny detail makes your table unmistakably yours? A smell, a sound, a proverb.
Another helpful move is paraphrase checking. When someone asks about your custom, explain briefly, then confirm understanding. You could say, "Does that description feel right? Or did I skip something important?"
That question is gold. It shows humility and invites community corrections. Culture lives in people, not scripts. Humility travels farther than confidence on its own.
Some worry about vocabulary. Keep a pocket-set tradition, heritage, identity, ritual, ceremony, etiquette, symbolism, sprinkled gently. Our etiquette, which prefers shared plates, encourages patience, so nobody hoards the favorite dish.
Turn that into a sample line. Our heritage dinner welcomes latecomers because journeys are messy, and our ritual of saving the last dumpling, which honors guests, makes children giggle every year.
When nerves spike, anchor with a time marker. Every spring at dawn, we gather. Always on the last Friday, candles bloom. Predictable rhythms calm voices and guide listeners through unfamiliar streets.
Audience question 1. What's one custom you're proud to share? Add a 13-word scene and a 10-word significance. Let's see your style in the comments. Teach us your rhythm.
Audience question 2. Which detail is hardest to explain in English? Spice levels, dress codes, silence. Write the challenge in a brave attempt. Crowdsourcing phrasing helps everyone sound kinder tomorrow.
Okay, quick toolkit review. Scene paints, significance explains, invitation opens. Use because, so, and which to carry meaning. Keep invitations low pressure. Compare gently when choices matter.
Let's craft a city walk story together. I'll start scene. You add significance. I'll add invitation. Ready. Scene: rain tapping temple roof. Paper umbrellas clustering like blossoms.
Significance: visiting during rain teaches patience, which our elders call weather wisdom. Lines shorten, voices soften, and incense hangs longer, so reflections deepen beyond quick tourist snapshots.
Invitation: if you're nearby after lunch, wander with us under umbrellas. If not, meet for tea afterward. Both paths belong. Tender weather deserves flexible plans.
Now the viral shareable line. Culture isn't a museum to visit, it's a table to set together. Short, memorable, kind. Share it if it rings true in your bones.
That line carries generosity without gatekeeping. Remember, you don't need perfect grammar to be a great host. Hospitality forgives errors faster than dictionaries can.
We're nearing the soft landing. Friends, post your 3-part culture story below: scene, significance, invitation. Add your city or country. I'm excited to read and cheer your voices.
Final nudge: tell us which phrase you'll try this week. What's a typical "could you explain?" or "would you like to join us Saturday?" Practice in comments builds courage offline.
If today helped, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support invites more learners into this gentle circle. The more voices, the richer the heritage tapestry we weave.
And bring a friend next time. The conversation is bigger than both of us. Stories multiply when shared, and listening is the first hospitality we all can offer.